Yeah.
As soon as you go out back out, you can do it right quick. And then let you back in the studio. God, I think we good, Doc. All right, Shalom, Shalom. Shalom. We are the real Hebrew Israelites of GMS Louisiana Saints camp. Coming back at you on the highways and byways with another live lesson. Before we get started, we're going to turn and face the east. We're going to Daniel 6 and 10 and Ezekiel 8:16. To give all infinite honor and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Harakah. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Peace and blessing and salutation to the elect men who push this truth throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom. Shalom. All right. Sticking to the prophecies, okay? The things that got us here are going to be the things that's going to get us into the kingdom, man. Yeah. All right? Yeah. As long as we stay diligent, man. All right? Because it's all about prophecy right now. And the centerpiece of prophecy is what? That charagma, man. Yeah. All right? Go ahead, Al.
Revelation 13 and 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast.
And who is that he? He is Esau Edom, beginning with the top banking founders. The Amalekites. Okay? Whatever you want to name them, y'all call it the Illuminati, the Rothschild, they're all Edomites. All right? The heads, all right, that are running this place right now. All right? Babylon the Great. Go ahead.
That the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
That's right. And the image of the beast is not Caesar Ray Borgia. Okay? It's this whole. You want to pick him up?
No. I know.
Right.
I know she
She
ain't been with us for a while, you heard?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead,
bro. Expose and reveal this devil. All right? It's the whole infrastructure. Everything that makes up this whole Babylonian system. Through the executive orders, the judicial, okay, and the legislative orders, okay, that culminates to this whole beast system. All right? And this whole beast system is NATO, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. All right? Founded of in 1928. All right?
Yeah.
ECC.
Yeah, there you go.
All right? The NATO is military and the EU is political. Why you see these governments putting diplomatic sanctions on these other nations? Okay? So these trade wars are going to lead to these real wars. Spoken of Revelation 17 chapter and verse 16. All these nations are going to turn on America and shoot their fucking missiles. All right? I'm sorry. Warheads. All right? Go ahead, Doc.
Verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell, save he had the mark, save he that had the mark of the name of the beast or the number of his name.
Right, man. No man is going to be able to buy or sell unless you have this charagma inserted within the skin. Okay, they're going to use I don't want to say that, a thing, okay, to go inside of it, man. All right, karax. All right, look the etymology of that word up. All right, karax goes to the incision underneath the skin or in the forehead. All right. So these scriptures are no more tearing, man. They are here, live in effect, jumping off the page. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's like the Lord is playing this live movie. You know how you watch live movies and stuff like that, and you're getting the action as it actually happening. It's so much more suspenseful than a movie that was filmed. You see what I'm saying? Because a movie that was filmed, it was choreographed.
They call it scripted.
It was scripted and all of that. Even though ultimately, it's scripted, but still, this was going on. This is real life. This is a live movie, man.
Live action. No,
this is live action. Yeah. We're living, like the brother say, the page is jumping out the book. We're living the living. How can I say it? We're living through the actual fulfillments of these prophecies, man. Like we're actually a part of them. They were reading about, even though they are us, they were reading about the times that we're living in. And a lot of times we read the scriptures and we be reminiscing like, damn, I wish I could be back in them times. They used to talk to the angels. They used to do this. They used to do that. Nah, man, we're more blessed now. Yahushua even said that about him that come after John the Baptist, right? You know what I'm saying? But go ahead. I'll elaborate on that point.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead.
Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast.
And how do you have understanding? It has to be through wisdom, man. You have to have wisdom. It's nothing but a skill, man. You have to utilize those tools that were given unto you. All right? So you won't be deceived by the thing that this devil is doing out here, man. Okay? Our people believe fucking thing that this man says, man, through the news, okay? But they won't believe the prophets, okay? We're not even honored in our own city, okay? Oh, them niggas is out there talking. Them niggas pray. They ain't got nothing to do. They ain't got nothing better to do. They lazy. They're bored, okay? But when you're seeing these things happen before your very eyes, you're gonna know, and then you're gonna jump on that train, but it's gonna be too late. All right? Finish that off.
Come on, bro. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. His number is 666.
That's right, man. 666. That's barcode. All right. Here you have Biden talking about what that was he said about
Build Back Better plan. Man.
yeah, the Build Back Better plan.
And he started off with the 6-point plan.
Right, man. Over there in Texas. All right. What they call the great state of Texas. They saying what? We're going to implement 666 laws, man. Okay. It's the number of a man. You look on the back of an item that you buy at the store, you see the barcode. So when they scan it, that's it right there.
Yeah, let's see it. Go ahead, brother.
All right. Watch this. A picture's worth 1,000 words, man. All right. Go ahead.
Let me see that barcode quick.
And look, if a picture worth 1,000 words, how much more is a video?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right, bro.
the barcode, when you count them out individually, it's 666. It's 18 different bars, man.
Right.
But we know it go deeper than that.
Yeah. And you actually got footage of people actually getting it inserted inside of it, man. Literally.
Over there in Sydney, all right. Over here in Babylon, in Wisconsin, okay. But they'll use what they call a tattoo gun to insert it underneath the skin. All right. Go ahead,
Backing all up. They had certain videos of people that got that juice in them. They was getting scanned and had barcode numbers on them, man.
I saw that.
Yeah. Oh, and now the Pentagon it came out and said that they're gonna use this charagma, okay, to detect, all right, the pestilence that's out here, man. All right, if you're picking up what I'm putting down.
They took my video down.
Oh, yeah.
All
You
right.
saying pestilence? Come on, bro.
You said it on the thing. You said it.
I know. The new thing that they made, I did a video about it, and they
Oh,
took
yeah.
my video down,
Yeah.
and they
The clip that they put out
struck me for 2 weeks.
Wow.
But that thing that I was talking about, it's a new invention that they make that's supposed to detect that you know what
Yeah.
one number and a number behind that. It's supposed to detect it. You know what I mean? And it's supposed to let you know what's going on. But they also going to have a multi-faceted purpose for it. It's going to go into medical. It's going to go into social. It's going to go into financial. It's going to go into personal. It's going to be the all in all. It's going to be your new ID card, man.
That would be your new way of life. Okay. Go ahead.
Matthew 24:5. It says, "For many shall come in my name."
No, we verse 4.
All right, Matthew. Well, start from. I started 3. Right? Yes. All right, Matthew 24:3, and it says, "And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying."
Yeah, and as he set up on the Mount of Olives, okay, that's where your house shot was taken up out of, according to Acts 1 and 9. We're going to return that same way. So at this present time, okay, or during 70 AD, he was sitting up on the Mount of Olives, prophesying these things are going to happen in our lifetime. All right, come on.
"Tell us, when shall these things be?"
We want to know when these things are going to happen.
Do y'all not? Is that not why we here? When we went into what was that, yesterday? Day before yesterday. When we was going into that analogy with Jacob wrestling that angel.
Yeah.
And when we got to the end of that match, Jacob wouldn't let the angel go until what? The guy's blessing. Come on. That's what's going on spiritually. Read that again.
Hey, and when Jacob was saying that he had a broken fucking leg. He was in pain, bro.
Disabled, man.
Disabled.
Disabled his ass. No, I'm like, destabilize his ass. That's a better word for it. Go ahead, read it again.
Right, Matthew 24:3.
And this is spiritually how that happened. This is how we were destabilized. Go ahead.
"And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be?"
Right, Lord, don't let, look, I'm not letting you go until you give me a blessing, man.
Give me all I need to know.
And the Lord revealing those things is their freedom. It's their salvation. That's why they're so passionate and so eager about, Lord, tell us these things. Because just like we're tired of being oppressed by Americans, so-called, they were tired of being oppressed by you so-called Romans. But you're the same people reincarnated,
Right.
But nevertheless, they were tired just like we're tired. All right?
Yeah, and it says they came to him privately, in secret, We do that amongst the brotherhood. We talk about things that's not forbidden to be on the camera.
Yeah. And make sure you clear that up.
Yep.
You know, it's certain things but like, in certain things I wouldn't tell my 2-year-old, but I will tell my 12-year-old. So let's just, go ahead.
Right, man. Yeah. We only talk privately amongst each other, man.
But it's not out.
Not out though.
It ain't secret.
It's definitely
It's according to structure, and it's according to the way that things have to go, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Structure and order.
What you call a private? That's the entry level of an army, right?
Yeah.
A private doesn't have the same liberties and doesn't have the same information as a general, all right? It is what it is, man, and it's not going off, and it's not being secretive. You understand? Because everything that we do, we can and we will speak about it openly. Believe that.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
It's done. It's not done in secret, but it's levels to the order of things, man. Being circumspect about these things, man. All right? Because the time that we're coming into, man, we don't know who is who. All right? Outside of the body. All right? Clear that up. Go ahead.
Matthew 24:3 from the middle. And what shall be the sign of thy coming?
What shall be the sign of thy coming? All right? What are the signs that are coming? That this devil, Esau Edom, is being revealed. All right? That the 12 tribes, beginning with the so-called Negro, all without the so-called Isco.
It's all right here in one cup.
Yeah. We are the real
big old bowl for you, man.
Facts,
Right
man.
here.
All right? And it's that ensign spoken of in Isaiah 11 and 11, man. Beginning with your house shot. But when they see this up on the highways and Bible, like we had those Amalekites came out here what it was, Saturday, okay, and seeing this sign, they was intrigued by it.
They was offended.
They was offended.
They identify as Palestinians.
No. It's Israeli.
Israelis. Quote unquote Israelis. All right. What the fuck is it?
See when them type of people come around, you finna get it right back out. You gotta ask them, can we discuss anti-Semitism? Next time one of them Amalekites cross one of you brothers' camp, discuss that with them. But be subtle with it though. You know what I'm saying? That's so you can get a real, real answer and just display it before the world that they full of shit.
Yeah.
So any of you Amalekites come before us, man, that's gonna be the topic, man. We want to discuss what is anti-Semitism, okay?
Hey,
that's what we want to talk about. So if you don't want to talk about that, you better act like you don't know what's going on. You got it, bro.
Hey, look, in the build on the elder, when those Israelis came up, me and the younger brother, the Rasha, all right, we was dealing with him for a second or whatnot, but it got to the point. I straight up told him. I asked them about population displacement, and they understood it and they received it. I was like 500 years ago when you came here. What was the mass population in America? And it was like it was Native American. Hey, they didn't like it. They didn't like it. But like the elder said, I was being subtle. You heard me? The elder just said this, but I was doing that even then. I was being subtle and all that, and I brought it up in a non-confrontational manner because they was non-confrontational. You understand?
The thing is, when you know you're guilty, right? You got a guilty conscience. So if you enter any debate or any type of altercation with a guilty conscience, and you sense any sign of aggression, that's why the people said the wicked flee with no man.
I got it right here.
You got it.
I was just showing him. God, Proverbs 28:1. Scripture reads, "The wicked flee when no man pursue it, but the righteous are bold as a lion."
Because hey man, look, we put it all on the motherfucking line, man. Everything. It's all there wide open for the world to see. Good and bad.
All on the what of it? Now, prior to the elder showing up, me and his brother was dealing with those guys, and the only reason that I got to the level that I got to them with is because they asked a direct question. I had to give them a direct answer. You remember what they asked me? What they asked me about the opposite side of the sign, right? Why Edom lit up in red? All right, now I wasn't gonna go there with you, but you asked the direct. I have to go there with you now. Y'all got it out.
All right, bro.
Hey, the spirit gonna throw you into this. We ain't got to go out there and just beg everyone. Look, this is what it is. We got a stage already. Read. You want to take
I just said the Lord gonna get you to tell on yourself, Facebook now.
Yeah.
This Matthew 24:3 from the latter end. It says, "What shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world?"
Watch and listen. When you're reading this verse right here, there's two accounts in this. Speaking of 70 AD, when the Romans came in, beginning with General Pompey, you had Nero, okay, who's crowned king of the Jews, quote unquote. All right, you had Vespasian.
Yeah, I mean, hey, Nero is still the king of you Jews, you so-called Negroes of the day. Boom. Yeah, he's still the same. It's the same vibration. But go ahead,
That's right. Then you had Vespasian, you had Titus, then you had Tiberius. All right, all the way down, man. It's still ruling. It's still running you niggas today, man. All right, so it's two accounts. 70 AD in the time that we're living in right now. It's going to be 70 AD again on steroids. All right? According to Daniel 12 and 1, it's going to be a time unlike none other. All right? The famine is on the table right now. You're seeing these shortages, the supply chain right now. Now you had what the Edomite was put it on Twitter. Said about the hyperinflation.
Yeah. That's common knowledge now, man.
Hey, pretty soon you're gonna get flagged for saying that. Because think about it. When you touch somebody in a sensitive spot, what do? They react. If you touch somebody where they're not sensitive, you could be tickling somebody. If they're not tickling, what's gonna happen? Nothing.
Oh yeah, another. Hey,
You catch them in that sensitive, I'm gonna keep it general, y'all. You know, come on, Jake. Y'all know Jake. You catch them in them sensitive areas, you get a reaction real fast, man. And that's what's going on right now with the elites. We're hitting them where it hurts, so they're reacting.
They let you know it's a totalitarian government. Because in a totalitarian system, you can't say anything that contradicts what the government pushes out.
Which is a part of the scripture through the truth, lifting up thy
Skirts.
That's exposing that. That's a part of exposing that. What the brother just said. The world needs to see that. You people that's blind, you Israelites, so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, you need to see that. You need to hear that.
Right, man.
But if this doesn't happen, that is not going to happen. So you got to scratch in order to find. Oh, that's where it's at. Okay, all right. Yeah, he gonna swing back, y'all. He's sensitive now. He getting his feelings now. Now we getting somewhere.
Hey,
okay.
Can I add on to you, Elder?
No, you got it.
No,
Y'all got it.
Hey, after I add on to the Elder, it's back to you. And to add on to the Elder, he brought out a beautiful fucking point, man. All right, and to build on to what the Elder is saying. All right, when you bring out something that's sensitive to somebody, they're going to respond naturally. But when you have a unjust system set up, and you know that these things that's gonna rub you the wrong way is gonna come, you're trained for it. We have people over us that's trained to not get emotional over questions that's supposed to hit you in the gut. These are the politicians. These are the lawmakers. These are the spiritual leaders that they put over our people. Because when we say things, it's like
the rulers of this world.
Bring it up. That's what I was going to say, man. We're going Esau gonna be moved, okay, but behind this word, man. It's gonna cause him to get physical.
Let me say this before that. I'm gonna give it right back to you. Because I don't want to lose my train of thought. And just to bag up to the Elder and to get to the way I got and to make it short and sweet, let me just say this. When these questions come up to the media, they act like it doesn't affect them, and they're trained to deflect the questions. But Revelation 12 and 12 let us know in the midst of them deflecting those questions with sweet words, they hot as a bitch and they coming out there, man.
Yeah, that's right, bro. It's hot. And it gets to Esau. It fucks with him so bad that he's gonna have to get physical with you. Okay.
That's how he know that he has
but a short time.
Okay. When you in the game and you've been winning and cheating the whole time, you know, right? And somebody realize, wait a minute, it's pretty much game over. Mm-hmm. Once it's revealed that you've been doing some dirty shit, and that's the way you've been keeping that upper edge on everybody. Everybody at the table is gonna do what? Revelation 17. Turn on your ass.
Right, bro.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Hey, it's a saying out here in the world that sticks and stones may break my bones, but words never hurt me. That's a damn lie. According to the scripture, it says otherwise. All right. We're destroying Esau with this word. All right. It cuts to the bone gristle. All right. And then Yahweh Shai, all right, it's going to come with that fire. All right, to remove him out of power.
Ain't no more talking when he comes. We're the ones that's doing the talking. The Lord got the prophets here to do the talking.
That's right, man.
That's what y'all. They're gonna want to talk when the Lord get here.
They're gonna be straight action.
Yeah.
Straight action.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Hey, let me get this real quick. Oh, if you okay with two-edged sword scripture?
All right.
Oh, two-edged sword. Hold on, let me get this. All right.
Yeah.
Psalms.
That's what you for.
Read out the other.
Go ahead.
Psalms 149:6. Let the high praises of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai be in their mouth and a two-edged sword in their hand.
Yeah, which is this truth, man. The Bible. This is that sword. You can't fight this devil.
But what was the significance if you said the fire in the mouth, right?
Fire in the mouth.
Jeremiah chapter.
Which one of the weapons are the greatest though?
Fire.
Between fire and a two-edged sword.
I know, I got the wrong one. I did.
You try to go against the United States military with a sword in your hand and see what happens.
Done.
Elder, I got the one I wanted.
All right.
Hebrews 4:12.
But no,
And the other one is not to be cast away.
But no, that's still a good one scripturally
It is,
because showing you that the words are more powerful than what we can physically do, man. That was still spiritual. Go ahead, bro.
Hebrews 4:12. For the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword.
That's right, man. It's quicker and sharper. It's quicker to get straight to the point, man. All right? We out here doing wickedly. We got scriptures to back that up, and it gets straight to the point for correction, man. All right? That's being quick, man. And it says what else?
And piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit.
It's piercing you, Esau, eat them. Them devils out here, they got the yeah. Oh, they piercing to you, to the asunder of you.
Right.
All right? We know you watched the one with
You can talk about 230. Anybody that's not going with the wheel.
Okay, you've been exposed already. All right, but the point of the matter is, okay, that this word is getting to you, and we know you're watching this, man. We're getting with the elders and the apostles. Okay, you're gonna use strategic matters to implement these things that's gonna make us look like the worst people, terrorists.
Why else would a $1 trillion company like YouTube be so concerned about what some petty-ass Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans like ourselves have to say?
Right.
Come on, man.
We're not hurting anybody. Here you have other
they even call it what, censorship?
Yeah, that's right.
Censorship goes back to sensitive. You're saying something that a certain system, they got guidelines too, and you go against those guidelines, that's what they call they send you them emails all the time. Y'all know we break them. We get flagged. They'll say some shit about censorship.
Yeah.
And they'll say something about sensitive content.
I got it, Elder.
You know what I mean?
Let me bring it out.
Yeah, go ahead.
Censorship, the suppression or prohibition of any parts. I'm gonna put the words in it that's supposed to be in here. Any parts of information that are considered obscene, politically unacceptable, or a threat to national security.
Right. A threat to the people. A threat to the people that's in control.
That's a good one.
A threat to their agenda. That's why they call it.
I'm not about to be fake. Let me just break this out. It says regular security. I just added a couple words onto it to apply to our thing.
Right.
No, you got it.
Okay. So like I say, man, you're becoming a threat to his system. To what system? This one. This is why they call you a hate group. That's why they call you terrorists. That's why they say you're a bunch of angry black men. Because you're the one that's really out here exposing the real trick that's going on out here. Everybody else is a part of this system. Whether they Christians, whether they Muslims, whether they just a bunch of wicked niggas, whether they're in the alphabet community, what do they all have in common? They are a part of this system. You are forwarding the life of this system. Like the scripture say, giving life to the image of this beast.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And look, man. And this the scripture that we're bringing out. This is the definition I should have brought out first. It's for you, Elder. In ancient Rome, going back to the womb.
The first America, man.
You got it, Elder.
America's father.
And this is censorship, the second definition, Elder. And it starts off in ancient Rome with italics, and then it says the office or position of censorship.
the office of physician. So to be censored, then you're saying something that they are sensitive to. You're saying something that is destructive or not even
Detrimental to your power
detrimental, or
structure.
it goes against what they're out here perpetuating to the people, man. Wouldn't you, if you're in a situation like this, knowing that we were bought here on slave ships, butt ass naked like animals, in the Northern Kingdom, well, also when we were being brought over here, they were taking the Northern Kingdom, enslaving them, beating Spanish in them, putting them on ships, and sending them to Europe, bringing them before the Pope and shit. So when you butcher to the nation of Israel like that, and you forward that to today, wouldn't you want to be somebody that's at least aware of this same agenda that rape, robbed, and murdered your ass? And the thing is that keep people so complacent is that, hey man, it ain't happening in our lifetime. Come on, up. Well, they ain't gonna say out. When they say out, they in the right mind. But come on, brother, it ain't happening in our lifetime. It ain't happening in your mother's lifetime, man. That happened back in the past, man. Let bygone be back. Nah, we still suffering the effects of that shit, man. What do you mean? It's a reason why we can't speak fluent Hebrew. It's a reason why we speak English. It's a reason why the Northern Kingdom speak Spanish. And the other tribes, Portuguese and Creole and all that other madness, man. We want to get down to the bottom of that. That was never tended to. You know how they say we don't have to tend to it out here? That was never tended to, man. That matter has never been tended to. Come on. Okay, we're still here waiting for that to be judged. We're like, whoa, you moving a little too fast. We still back. We still in slavery. What you did in the transatlantic slave trade. We still right there. You have to answer for that before we talk about anything else. Before we move and talk. Before you can come with any other trick. We're still, like I say, it's up there and it's stuck there. That's where we're stuck at right now. Okay? You cannot move forward until justice is served for that detrimental act that you did on the entire nation of Israel, North and the South Kingdom. You still rejoicing off the blood, sweat, and tears of our people, man. To this day. That's why y'all gonna ride by in them nice cars and shit. Look at us. Look at us, smiling, talking shit. You know, whispering in each other ear. Look at them savages, stuff like that. You used to be our fucking servants, man. We were the lords of this fucking. It used to be a earth. I don't know what you call it now, man. It's fucking fucking cesspool.
Shit water over here, man.
All right, but go ahead.
Hey, back you up.
It used to be a paradise, man.
Used to be.
Used to be a paradise. Used to be.
It was paradise when the Northern Kingdom was over here.
That's why they was coming over here. When King Solomon was
That's why the scriptures are like God.
I understand with King Solomon, Northern Kingdom was coming over there. They had all these resources over there.
Yeah.
Now, King Solomon, you know, they wouldn't live in there, but they were going there for those resources. They knew what it was heading for.
Yeah, you know, all of these plants are up and down the Mississippi, and they dump all of their waste.
All that waste into that river.
So with pre-dumping all the waste in the Mississippi River, how did you think it looked?
Yeah,
it was clear.
It was clear. Hey, and a couple of months ago, Elder Zaga had had shared a video in the WhatsApp about how clean when they was actually drinking out of these rivers, man.
Yeah, biological with it. It's like the blood vessels clean, the body clean, the body is healthy. But you know, when them arteries and shit all clogged up like the Mississippi River, what is it? It's like a clogged ass, infected ass artery.
Yes.
Why? Because America it's not even the earth. It's just a big ass wart, man. That's a big infected ass wart on a blue planet, man. That's all it is.
Yeah. That's why the scripture says in Joel that the land is as the Garden of Eden. Okay, speaking of America, it was beautiful. But now these warheads gonna finish this bitch off, man. Okay? It was beautiful. You fucking crackers came over here and fucked it all up, man. Chemtrails. All right? These chemical plants. You have something else?
Yeah, I got one. Right. Like this 1 Thessalonians 5. And I'm gonna start at 4. I'm gonna start at 3. It says, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child."
Are they not saying that right now? Peace and safety? Over here, okay, everything's gonna go back to normal.
Reaping those benefits.
Benefits.
Like we said.
Yeah, earlier, man.
Y'all done forgot what Roy Jones said. Y'all must have forgot.
God,
As travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. But ye, brethren, talking about the elect, man. Not all Israel of Israel, man. Okay? Talking about the elect, man. Those of you who are signed and crying to be delivered out of these fucking abominations, man. All right? Verse 4, but ye, brethren, are not in darkness. Meaning we know what the fuck going on. That's why you have to create censorship for us, because we shed light to the rest of the people who y'all are out here blinded. That's why the scripture says we're not in darkness. We know what the fuck going on. I don't see, do we got food tattooed on our forehead? Like, what the fuck make y'all, do we look like fools? Do we even start wearing dresses or something? Go get our nails did? Do we look too normal for you motherfuckers? Obviously we look too normal or something, man. Yeah. We obviously look too normal, man. I don't know. But anyway, it says, but ye, brethren, and I quote, brethren, okay, are not in darkness, that they should overtake you as a thief.
Yeah. Right, man. By being not watching, man. Okay? But you, brethren, you in the know. You're the ones watching. Okay? You're the ones getting censored. Okay? That's persecution right there. Getting the fucking video taken down, that's persecution right there. Had to create a whole nother page. That's persecution. Getting flagged, that's persecution. A strike, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Yeah, because in this day and age, we're in a social media age where people actually make a living off of the internet, off of blogging, putting up YouTube videos and shit like that.
Getting money.
So when you shut their YouTube down, you cutting off their food supply, man.
Right.
You cutting off their livelihood, man. So it's a lot deeper than what it sounds. Believe that.
Yeah,
go ahead, huh?
Right, bro. Hey, and like backing the elder up.
Not saying we living and surviving off YouTube, but I'm just saying, as an example sake.
Yeah, we using the spiritual. We get our spiritual bank account, build it up. Okay, you niggas getting a currency from Esau Edom that's being devalued by the second, and now they can implement a digital currency right now. Okay, but speaking to what the elder was bringing out, go ahead.
So it says the point: ye are all the children of light. That's why you getting your videos taken down. And ultimately, that's why they're going to hunt us down to kill us, man. That's what's going to make them come for you. What they said on, what that was, with the planet of the apes. He can see. What that was? What that was it? When it was like, he can see.
That ain't make
It might have been a planet of the apes. They were talking about when they put that serum up in Caesar and he became human-like.
Yeah.
And they were like, he can see, or something like that. And that's how the elect is to these elites, man. You know, we're like that lab rat that escaped out of the laboratory, man. You just cannot fucking catch. And the spirit of the Lord just keep delivering us and having us in the right spot where you can't put your BS in, man.
Right, bro.
You know, that's why you hate us like that. All right. Come on. So anyway, it says, "Ye are all the children of light and children of the day," symbolic.
Yeah.
We are not of the night, nor of darkness.
Yeah, because that night represents Esau Edom, man. We're not of the night. That represents darkness, man, and confusion. Okay? All abominable ass things, man. All right?
Of the world.
That's right. That's why Yahweh Shah said, do the work while it's still daytime, man. Come on, the hour coming with no man going to work, man. All right? Yeah. I mean, this video is not going to be out, man. Esau going to try to suppress it and shut it down.
But go back where you want to talk. Right now, the time to talk.
Early, God.
Diplomatic solution.
Yeah.
Get it off your chest right now.
Hey, you can't talk when you sleep.
Right. And when you sleep, it goes back to having no understanding and no understanding, having ears but cannot hear, and eyes but can't see.
Right. So it says, verse 6, therefore let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober.
Be sober. How you being sober? By not being conformed to this world, being indulged in it. Okay? I ain't got to get into detail to it. This the fashion of this world. If you're not involved in this truth, you're outside of it. Point blank.
Read that, and you ain't gonna understand everything that's entailed into this.
Hold on, Rock. They say, watch and be sober.
Yeah.
You ain't supposed to be drinking no liquor.
And that's what new speech comes into. All right, words change. Sober has nothing to do with intoxicants on the spiritual level, man. Understand that. All right, because if it did, Yahweh Shah wouldn't have been able to deliver the things that he did. Niggas, for real. Fuck. Hey, but that shit make out. If it don't, but look, even when you get mad, understand we're teaching and hold the flesh back. Defenders of the truth supposed to get mad, but we cover that shit up.
Hey, but we
and
bold.
bring it out.
You bold when you.
We are.
Hey, man, hey.
Yeah. That's right. You right, Elder. You right.
Why Yahweh Shah said, wake ye up on me, brother. Wake ye up on me. I know you want to get physical with it. I'm gonna give you a time when you're gonna do that though. Zechariah 14 and 14.
And not just physical, because words.
They cutting them already.
Words
hurt more than
the fist.
How many times have y'all had to hold y'all vicious dog back from attacking somebody?
Yeah.
We ain't no different.
Bring your ass back on.
We like that pit bull that just. And the Lord got the chain like, hold on, boy, hold on. Wait.
Time and the place for it to attack, yo.
David, throw me a bone right quick. Give me a little biscuit or something. Hey, calm his ass down. Yeah, that's how the Lord is to us, man.
And if you can't, if the darkness, what the brother was talking about, can't understand the light, you can't understand judgment and everything that we are fighting for. It all equals up to judgment, salvation, and the lack of. Let's get it. Second Ezra 5:40, and he was talking to the angel. You got it, you rock. Then said he unto me, like as thou.
This is the angel Uriel, okay? Speaking to the prophet Esdras, the Most High was literally dealing with him. Yeah, also known as Ezra. When you see it in the KJV, they're the same man. All right, knock. Okay, those are the same people. All right, let the light bulb go off. Go ahead.
Like as thou,
the same person. Our people, same person. All right, words help.
Yeah,
right.
Like as thou canst, and I go back to cannot do none of these things that I have spoken of. Even so, canst thou not find out my judgment, or in the end, the love that I have promised unto my people?
Right, bro. So you're not going to be able to find out these things unless the Rakakwadat is dealing with you, man. All right, you can read the scriptures. The end of these things, man. These prophecies. All right, you got these. You're not even Israelites, man. You niggas out there calling yourself Israelites, not even speaking the true gospel. And if you can have 99% everything right, but if you don't have the RFID chip right, okay, the fear of the Most High, all right, and that America's going to be destroyed by nuclear fire, the whole doctrine is completely out. All right, yeah, you go out there and tell them that they're Israelites, but what about everything else? Scripture says in Ezekiel 3rd chapter, he's the whole road.
Judas Iscariot knew he was an Israelite.
Yeah, right.
Okay. That's all I'm saying.
And Judas Iscariot had deep knowledge of the word. He know what he was doing.
But Robbers knew he was an Israelite.
Yeah. Oh, come on, Elder. Come on, Elder. I got you.
Every wicked nigga that walked the earth, that was in Judea, in Yahweh Shah's time, all of the 2/3 as far as that was in that region knew who they was. What does that mean? Nationality is that's just one step.
Yeah.
That's just one step knowing your nationality. Okay.
Right, bro. First, why? Ezekiel 3rd chapter says to eat the whole road, not a little portion of it.
I'm full though.
Give you a
I'm
little
full.
bit.
I done had enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the plate up right now. Eat the whole plate. All right, we're not full, man. You don't get full till you're on that chariot, man. All right,
hey, I don't even want to laugh at that. That's real, bro.
Good shit, man. All right, go ahead.
Verse 41. And I said, behold, O Lord, yet thou art nigh unto them that are reserved to the end. And what shall they do that have been before me, or what that be now, or that shall come after us?
Yeah, after us, man. We in this thing right now. It all starts right here, right now. We at the end of this thing, man.
Seeking where shall come?
Yeah.
After us,
man. Meaning the kingdom.
That's the only thing coming after us, man. It's the kingdom. We, according to his promise, look for new heavens, which is what? A new rulership, man. All right? When we go up in Esau and all other heathen nations go down, man. All right? That's what it's all about, man. Being a ruler. Right. It's nothing beautiful than seeing the downfall of your fucking enemy, man.
Right.
All right. And you can't have slaves without land. Let me reiterate that. You're not gonna have slaves without land, man.
Right.
All right. That's the real true blessing right there. Is to have a fucking slave, man. To have a motherfucker bending down, according to Isaiah 60th chapter, bending down on your knees, okay, begging you. All right.
That's what it was
I
mentioned.
mean, especially somebody that wrongs you, right?
Yeah.
Especially somebody that enslaves you. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah. Real shit. Come on.
Right. Okay, verse 42. And he said unto me, and this is the angel talking, and this is the angel actually teaching Ezra. You got it, though. I will liken my judgment unto a ring.
Yeah, and it's the Most High dealing through the angel to the prophet Ezra, man. Okay, face to face. So Ezra saw these things. He was vexed. He was vexed in the spirit, like he was troubled, just like Jeremiah was. Okay, saying, look, whoa, man, woe is me. All right, and what are we saying right now today, man?
Woe is me,
And Ezra is back today. The prophets are back today. How long is this gonna last, man?
How long, Lord?
God, how long?
Hey, ready to perish.
Ready to perish, man. We ready to get the fuck out of here, man. All right? That's why we drink strong drink.
I got
All
one
right?
for y'all real
Throw them
quick.
shots in there like that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Finish that 43 you was at?
42?
Finish
Okay,
that one
you want me to
off,
finish it
Rock,
off?
and
Okay,
I want to back one up.
Like as there is no slackness of the last, even so there is no swiftness of the first.
No slackness. No slackness. It's been no slackness doing through the Lord. How much the men of the Lord? All right? These things are not slack. These problems are going to happen. All right? Concerning his promise. And he promised to deliver us and bring destruction.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
it go back to the Lord is applying the same rules to every time. Well, I would call it a timetable. Every generation.
Yeah.
Every generation, the Lord is applying the same rules, and he's applying that same swiftness, and he's letting you know. Look, man, let new under the sun. Go, the elder got it.
Hey, man, this is bad. Hey, Ecclesiastes 2:17. Therefore, I hated life.
Oh,
Y'all ready?
yeah.
Ecclesiastes 2:17. Therefore, I hated life,
Yes.
because the work that is wrought under the sun is grievous unto me, for all is vanity and vexation of spirit. Does not that sound like us today, man?
Hey, God,
I mean, the fucking air you breathe pisses you off, man.
yes.
It's fucking polluted.
Yeah.
We stay right by a motherfucking chemical plant, one of the biggest ones in Louisiana. We gotta step outside to smell that bullshit every fucking morning. Exhaust from all these motherfucking cars and trains and all that shit, man.
Come on.
I mean, just the air itself is a vexation of fucking spirit. How much everything else that you can fucking see? That's the shit you can't see.
Yeah. Right, bro. Everything he
That
saw.
was it. That was just
No, we definitely keep it top.
to the point. All right, Ecclesiastes 2:17. It says, "Therefore I hated life."
Oh, stop right there. We don't hate our life. It's talking about the fact of the thing that's going on in this world right now, like they just outlining in
Right,
detail.
We're
All right?
We hate
living in,
this
man.
life.
We ain't living in
We
this
hate this life.
Why Yahweh Shai said what? He that hated his life
shall find
shall
it.
find it, but he
He that
love his life shall lose it, man.
And the life he's telling you to hate is a life as a slave under an Edomite.
Bring it out, elder.
Right.
I mean, how hard could that be?
Yeah.
How much can you win being a slave at the end? I mean, there's a cap on top of so-called black and Latino success. As long as you got the Edomite on top of the world, y'all are never gonna have that spot. You're gonna have to always settle for second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh there, man. You're never gonna have a top spot. And that's what you call being complacent. You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are complacent as long as you're comfortable with what you got. You don't want the top spot. In a lot of cases, you don't. You just want love and you want some old false ass reality, man. Love and peace all over the damn place, man. That doesn't exist. Even in the kingdom of heaven, it ain't gonna be all love and peace.
Be that.
Okay? It's gonna be bloodshed, man.
Right.
Okay? It's gonna get nasty in what you people know as the kingdom of heaven.
Deuteronomy
It ain't gonna
37.
be nothing the way that white boy told y'all, man. Lied to y'all and told y'all you're gonna have a little bunch of little baby angels floating around on clouds playing harps. That's a fairy tale, man.
Yeah.
Okay?
Blasphemy
If you
right
want to
there,
know
man.
how the kingdom of heaven is gonna be, a good chapter is Ezekiel, the 39th chapter, man.
Come on.
That is the doorway to that's day one to the kingdom of heaven right there. Start from the first verse to the end.
Ooh.
Ezekiel, the 39th chapter. Okay? Go ahead.
Hey, after Ezekiel 38, after that war that's gonna be over there in the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, so the land of the Levant, the great river Euphrates, you Edomites are going to have to build up the kingdom of heaven. All right? It's Ezekiel 39th chapter. You got to clean up all that fucking nuclear destruction over there. All right? So that's continued unemployment. All right? Now you got Jake unemployed right now. You're going to be employed for a whole 1,000 of years. All right? Then you're going to be kicked off the fucking planet, according to Exodus 17 and 14. All right? The kingdom of heaven is going to be beautiful, and you're going to do that. According to Revelation 21st chapter, it's going to be made full of gold. All right? And what does that gold represent? All right? Wisdom, man. No light.
Twofold.
Yeah,
Twofold.
right.
Gonna be literal too.
Yeah.
Those heathens gotta pay back everything they owe. Twofold. You got it.
That's Isaiah 62, man. All the things that you stole from us, all the riches, the books that's been hidden from us. All right, like they like to get in the book of Enoch and Jasper. Don't read that shit, man. We're going to get all these things back.
Let me bring out a quick one.
All right. Hold on. Let you rest.
Isaiah 29 and 18, it says, and in that day shall the deaf hear the words of the book, and the eyes of the blind shall see out of obscurity and out of darkness.
Who that talking to? All right? Yeah, the men of the Lord, man. We're gonna be awakened. We're gonna be quickened through this word. Back into the world, we didn't know that we'll be doing this right now. Okay? But this thing happened, it was already set. You were already sanctified from the beginning. You're gonna be out here for a certain time to do the Lord's work, whether you like it or not, whether you want to or not. Come on with it, huh?
Read that again from the top up.
Isaiah 29 and 18, and it says, in that day shall the deaf hear the words of the book.
Twofold. We're talking about first and foremost the first fruit. That's gonna wake up the first fruit, and it's gonna have the first fruit preaching the things that they were taught and things that they heard that stood out to them. But guess what else that's talking about? It's talking about the 2/3, but it's talking about the 2/3 after the time that the windows of repentance are open. Got it?
A lot of people say, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street, man. All right. Con, you ready?
Esther 11 and 9, it says, and the whole righteous nation was troubled, fearing their own evils, and were ready to perish.
Fearing their own evils, man, as in these things that you
That's
could.
why we repent. That's why we are humble. That's why we're in a position of humility, man. Because we know that it was our evils that got us in a predicament of being slaves today. You know? It was us turning our backs on Yahweh and trusting in these fucking enemies, man. These fucking heathens, man. Beginning with the so-called white man, all right, who was Esau according to the Bible. That was a big mistake, man. And guess what? We're ashamed of it. We're ashamed of it. That's why we're doing what we're doing. We're like, Lord, we've messed up. Please forgive us. You know, we're ready to perish. It ain't nothing in this society that we trying to get. It ain't nothing this damn devil can give to us. You know, all we want is justice. All right. We want the wrongs to be made right. How is that making us crazy? How is that making us terrorists? You know, when you got actual walking, breathing people who are responsible for killing millions upon millions of these people, man. So-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans in plain sight with fucking suits on. Talking about how you doing today, sir? Them mass fucking murderers right there. You know? And all we doing is going out there and sounding off the trumpet, but you want to believe the words of the what? The wicked. And that's why y'all gonna all be destroyed. Go ahead.
Hop down to verse 20. It's Isaiah 29 and 20. It says, for the terrible one is brought to naught.
That's right. And who is the terrible man? The so-called white man. And how is he being brought to naught? Because simply through the scriptures, if you sit down and listen to the men of the Lord, beginning with the apostles, right? And listen to the scriptures, the words of the Lord go out, we make it plain upon the tables, man. A blind man can see if you sit down and you actually listen. Like, man, how can you argue with that? Damn.
Oh, thankfully.
Damn. That ain't got nothing to do with religion. Damn, that really happened in history. Damn, that's really happening right now. Damn, some people really did that. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And the poor of, it said, terrible one brought to naught, and the scorner is consumed. And all that watch for iniquity are cut off, that make a man an offender for a word.
And that's what they do, man. You're going to be cut off because what do y'all do? It goes back to censorship. You died about the definition out earlier, man. All right? But censorship goes beyond YouTube. All right? Putting your ass to death is a part of censorship. Right? Is that not going to keep a nigga mouth closed? I get the precept. That'll hush you up. Get him out of there. You know?
That's real quick.
Put a bullet in your head, man, and shut you up. You know, they don't always have to flag a video and all that. They will take you off of the planet. Yes. Okay?
Hey, and that word censorship, since the elder brought it up, it went back to the ancient Rome, okay? And the office of censor. So they obviously had an office that was dedicated to propaganda, okay? And that's what we had today. But let me bring it out. The 2nd Ezra 11 is talking about who, Akim? Ancient Rome. And that word censorship went back to who, Akim? Ancient Rome. And we live in here today, but we're in modern day Rome, which was birthed from ancient Rome. Let's get it. Matter of fact, let's bring it down.
This Mr. Rome baby girl right here. Y'all remember on Life when
oh girls, they can't get right. I can't think of it.
Rome is the daddy. Rome the old Edomite with the hat.
Yeah.
And America is the little girl, sweet little Rose or something. Sweet Lily Rose or something.
Yeah, that's something like that.
Sweet Lily Rose. That's
the
America.
The one can't get right was banging.
Yeah, that's America. That's the relationship between America and her father Rome, man. You know, when Daddy dies, all power is instilled in what? In Sweet Lily Rose. She's going to execute all the powers that her father did, is she not?
Yeah.
All right then. That's what America is doing when it comes to ancient Rome. They execute all that power that their forefathers did on the earth.
All the power of the first beast.
Okay. But when we get okay, it's simple. Esau's in history, real quick point. Esau's greatest peak in history was the Roman Empire, is it not? It was. So is it far-fetched for him to one day dream of getting back in that glory days?
And better.
As the Roman Empire? Because as the ancient Roman Empire, it was pretty much like a one world order. Yeah. As far as the known world. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So they're trying to get back to their glory days. Now let's put it on the other side of the spectrum. What was Israel's greatest time? What was our peak in history?
40 years, man.
What are we trying to get back to?
Today.
So Esau and Jacob are both fighting to get back to their glory days, to establish their dominance on the earth, man. And according to the Bible, we got that, you heard me? We're going to win. Okay?
Right.
Go ahead.
These days sit on the throne. Somebody got to go up, somebody got to go down.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
2nd Ezra 11:6. And I saw that all things under heaven were subject unto her, and no man spake against her. No, not one creature up on earth.
That's right. That's the Roman Empire, man. This fucking beast system right now.
Who can make war with the beast?
Yeah, who can make war with the beast?
Which was the ancient beast.
That's right. The Roman Empire. All right. Beginning with Julius Caesar. Ultimately, really, if you want to get
Tiberius,
Tiberius was the one running it. Before that, you really had Augustus Caesar. Okay.
That was really Tiberius is Augustus.
No, that's right. Octavian. Yeah.
And also, and when you look at one of the heads, when you look at one of the 7 heads on the beast, Rome is one of the 7 heads.
Yeah.
The actual Roman.
Yeah. The dude that
Gus
first.
is the one that got that bitch
I'm finna say,
going and
Yeah.
his glory and his splendor.
he was really the one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But those three, the first triumphant, it went through Octavian, through Pompey, and through Marcus, what his name? Marcus, through Crassus.
No. Yeah.
Yeah,
Marcus
through
was his
Crassus.
name. Okay,
Yeah,
that's right. It was Crassus, Pompey.
And Julius Caesar.
Okay, come on.
Those were those three right there.
First
First triumphant,
First
man.
triumph.
Yeah.
That's right.
And Pompey was hating on Julius Caesar after Octavian was killed. Then what did you just have just now? All right, you had Biden and Trump going neck to neck at it, man. And right now today, you can look this up. Brothers that's watching right now, General Pompey is back in the reincarnation right now. His name is Mike Pompey. He's the Secretary of State right now. Look it up.
In a modern way, back in ancient Rome, they were poisoning each other, like Bob used to always say. They were notorious poisoners. Well, they still doing it. It's just called
Politics, right?
no.
he's
Politicians dropping dead from that so-called
Oh yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's the new version of how they used to poison.
How do it, yeah.
They hitting Jake with their doses
They
now.
was doing
They
it.
hitting not Jake, but they hitting their ass with they hitting each other with their doses. You know?
And stay on topic. When the brother said Augustus is the one that really took ship, and this brother said it was Octavian. Well, I just looked it up because I knew I wasn't tripping. Octavian is Augustus. Just to put that out there for the camera, okay? So this brother was right. And this brother was right too, but this brother didn't know that Augustus was Octavian, okay?
That's the first thing you said.
I'm like, no,
Oh, Slacky.
Hey, we own it.
All right.
Hey, at
We just being 100%.
at least y'all see how serious it is.
Yeah.
know what we do.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Hey man, a lot of you beauticians out there, y'all don't even know none of that anyway, man.
Yeah.
You know?
You never understand this thing, man. I got the most time to put that spirit of deep sleep on your ass, man.
Jake want to be a beautician, man. So look, hey man, look, study cosmetology, man.
Oh man.
Go ahead,
Hey,
man.
bro.
Not prophecy,
You doing
man.
it.
You need to get into cosmetology,
Right,
man.
bro.
You know?
Oh yeah. Still have salon, man. Hey, they got a school called Remington on Force Boulevard. I think you should attend that school right there, you heard?
Yeah, let's keep it moving though.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead. All right.
Go ahead, bro.
It's Isaiah 29 and 22. Back in over to your saying, we trying to read stuff.
Hebrew cosmetologist, man. Ain't that what they call it?
Yeah, that's what it is. That's exactly what it is.
The Hebrew cosmetologist out there, man.
All right,
Look, let me bring this up because I don't want to get out of step. Hold on.
Go ahead.
You just said that, and I'm gonna keep real. The Edomite historians, they disagree on it, but technically you are right. You said that Julius Caesar was the first and Augustus was the second that technically took over and took it to another level. They can't even agree on that. We can. But let me give you a quote that came directly from Augustus to back up your point, okay? Augustus said, I found Rome a city of bricks and left it a city of marble.
Yeah.
Esau, you said.
Yeah, that came out of your mouth, man. All right? But we exposing what the lies that you're doing right now through the secular history. That's why it's detrimental to get into this history right now, man. All right? Because it bags up. We don't need it. But the Most High Yahweh through Son Yahweh shot, put it there.
Secular history is the proof.
That's all it is.
It's the validation
Yes.
that the Bible is true, man.
Yeah.
Period. If the prophecies don't come to pass, then the prophecy isn't fulfilled.
Yeah.
In order for prophecies to be real, you have to have secular history for people that don't believe in the scriptures to actually see that, damn, even though we ain't got nothing to do with that Bible, we ain't Israelites, but shit, man, that Bible is real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They really are the children of the Most High. Yeah. That's what secular history comes into play in. Not everybody gonna believe in the scriptures, but they're gonna believe when these prophecies come to pass.
Believe that.
Okay.
Hey, and look, and when you go into secular history, and when you run into secular history that doesn't agree with the Bible, you discard that shit. When they talking about carbon dating, the world is 100 million years old. The Bible don't say that. So guess what? I have to discard your secular history, and I can apply your secular history to my Bible because it doesn't add up. The Bible supersedes secular history.
Right, bro. Yeah. What is the scripture speaks about the deadly wounds being healed. Okay, but according to second history, they say that Rome failed. Okay? In 476 AD. Okay? When Romulus came into power, he was taken down by who? By old Dacia, man. All right? Look that up, man. All right?
Yeah.
All great kingdoms have a fucking fall. So we're at the end of these toes right now. According to Daniel the 7th chapter. All right? This bitch is on its way out. It's going to be on its way out by nuclear fire and through the how about you now with Shine Cherry. Go ahead.
If I could say something, I thought the brother was about to bring up what's his name? Septimius Severus and the time frame, because according to the Bible, the Dark Ages began with Septimius Severus. According to secular history, it says otherwise. So who are we to believe? We have to discard secular history when it comes to that, okay?
Good point, brother.
Yeah, because from 193 to 211, that's when Severius was on the throne.
But I gotta say this for the record, because you know my brother Ryan, you know, in case he watching, he gonna make sure he correct on this stuff. Septimius Severus was not the first so-called black emperor of Rome. Okay, that's not what we're saying. Prior to the Dark Ages, you had black emperors.
Yeah.
Okay,
coming out.
But what the brother is saying, according to the scriptures, prophecy, Revelation, the 20th chapter, right?
The Dark Age,
the beast,
the
chain,
the
going into getting bound 1,000 years, begin with Septimius Severus. That's what we're saying, man.
But secular history says different.
Secular history says total different. As a matter of fact, secular history says Negroes didn't have shit to do with ancient Rome.
No involved in it.
They say it was all so-called white men.
They should put the light of their own image.
The date for the Western Front falling, that's who Septimius took down. And the date that secular history got.
Well, I take it back. Secular history doesn't say that. False ass history.
Yeah.
Secular history proves what we're saying is right. Secular history actually proves that you had Negroes ruling in Rome and so on and so forth. But just backing the brother up, with the correct term we should use, the history or the lies or the deception that Esau pushes out there.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? And if you believe that deception, right, you can look at anything through a deceived lens, right? Right? If that lens got any type of blemishes on it, you're not going to get a clear picture. So that's what the so-called white man does. He goes and stains all y'all minds, all y'all vision. And what you think you're seeing is not really what the fuck it is. That's why they call subliminal messages and stuff like that. Yeah. Underlying messages. You know, certain things of that nature. But that's how you control y'all, man. You know? Go ahead, huh?
Hey, look, let me get this definition of secular real quick. Let's deal with this. Secular, denoting attitudes, activities, or other things that have no religious or spiritual basis.
Right, meaning it's strictly history. You don't have to believe in the Bible to see who these people are, right? As far as the people that dwell in what they call Israel today. Why? Because in secular history, they found Negro skulls in Israel, up in ancient burial sites. Right. So how did they get there? So if you're finding Negro skulls in these ancient burial sites in the land of Israel, that means at some point in time, Negroes inhabited that land. If you're finding their skulls, you're finding their skeletons, their bones. But I mean, did somebody just have a big cover up? Did some black people get together and get a great cover up and say, look, let's just get a whole bunch of black bones, y'all, and go bury them in Israel? No, they found those. Go ahead.
Hey, look, and they're going to secular. That's why we brought it out. It strictly says no religious or spiritual basis. All right, so you have to take that back to Esau. When Esau is telling you history, that's secular.
Archaeology.
You got it.
Archaeology. Secular history.
Hey, according to Esau. No, come on, because we're gonna do. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
archaeology,
According to Esau, no religious or spiritual basis.
biology,
No religious or spiritual basis.
astrology,
No
all of that.
religious or spiritual basis.
Geography.
Hey, elder, what about the Bible?
Hey, that's not even that's a non-religious book.
Right.
It's a historical book, right? It's our book. It's our constitution, and it's our future. That's all it is.
Hey, and Esau would never publish what? Secular views on spiritual matters. To back the elder up and to back up what we talking in general, man. Like he said, no spiritual people. Esau not fucking with that. And not just that. He said a mouthful. It's our history book. I ain't like, make it short and sweet. It's our history book.
The Bible is our past, present, and future.
Bring it out.
Period.
Right,
Yeah, man.
It has a beginning and it has an ending, man.
And I mean exclusively for the 12 tribes of Israel, man.
Right. Nobody else.
Psalm 147 and 19. All right. Go ahead.
Backing up, I was just gonna say they got a certain history in the scriptures that can't be found just like on average internet searches, man. Like Darius the Mede, I was doing some research on him. Yeah, it was like you can't even the only context in which he's written about that known text and shit is in the Bible. No secular history is only in the Bible.
Tell them why.
So that means Darius the Mede didn't exist.
No.
Just because Esau ain't put it on the forefront like that.
And look, the reason that he doesn't exist in secular history goes back to Psalms, the 83rd chapter. Okay? Because it's going to give too much validation to what? Our history book. We don't give a fuck about Darius the Mede. The only reason that he's in our book is because he had a direct.
Secular actually proves it. Esau goes in and misconstrues and deceives. Take stuff out. Like the book of what is that we always go into when they say they shall take the bones of Judah, the kings of Judah.
Oh, yeah.
How they go into our ruins and all our tombs and shit. And they hide this shit. They send that shit to the Vatican.
Yep.
And a lot of these elites got like different kings of Israel skulls in their fucking house. With all this gold, with his crown on. One of the elites got his whole body just tomb and all. Just laying in his house. They walk by one of our kings, a whole Negro. Probably still got the braids.
Yeah, I knew you going with it. Yeah,
you know, probably still got that old woolly hair in his head.
Right.
You know, all this gold. They probably got it all in their dining room.
I got a
That's how all the rich elite. That's where all our ruins is at, man. That's why you don't never see on Discovery Channel we talk about the ancient Negroes. You know, we found the actual skulls and the bones of King David, King Solomon. They ain't gonna never talk about this because they're gonna have to admit to y'all that they were black people. They're gonna have to tell y'all. They're gonna have to give an explanation as to why they finding these stuff. And not just when I say so-called black people, I mean people of color, man. Yeah, because so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans.
Everybody on this side,
okay,
man.
right?
Everybody.
That's how the ancient people in that region resemble these people, man. The way these people look is how they look at that time. Not like you fucking Edomites, man.
Can I don't know what you said, Elder?
Go ahead.
Because you got to understand, Job 9:24, when you get rulership over the world on the emperor status and not on the king status, the emperor status goes into conquering multiple nations. What you're going to do in the process of you conquering the multiple nations, you're going to send out multiple soldiers with clout, with power, with your signet, and y'all are going to go out to these places and explore. And in the midst of you exploring, by them being your subjects, guess what? She look good. I like her. Guess what's going to happen? You're going to start mating. All right? And if they originally started off being dark-skinned, they're going to end up being the skin tone that our Mexican and our Spanish counterparts are to this day. They started off our color, you understand? The only reason that the spirit protected our color was for the things that was saved until this day. Because he could have watered down everything and everybody.
And I ain't gonna say they all started off our color. You always had variation in Yashala, man. You always had variation.
No, I mean originally started because it came from all the same parts. They all originally started.
Isaac,
yeah. And it took time for them to water down. That's what I was getting at. It took time.
And when you look at the beautiful, that's what make our nation so beautiful, is because we got the most diverse nation of all fucking nations.
Speckled bird.
Like we got 12 total. We got 12 tribes with their own swag to choose from.
Bring it out.
You know what I'm saying? No other nation can do that. The rest of y'all look the same. All Edomites look the same. All Hamites look the same.
Red-ass people.
They carry themselves the same.
All Moabites look the same. All Ammonites look the same. We're the most diverse, the most beautiful people on the planet.
Bring it out, Elder.
We got everything. If you like them light skin, you like them dark skin, you like them nappy hair, you like them straight, curly hair, however you want it. The nation of Israel got it.
Right.
A peculiar people.
Okay?
Hey,
We got it.
Yeah, right. Hey, to add on what the Elder's saying, that's some real shit. Because like Yahweh Shai, and I'm saying Yahweh Shai, I'm going a little too far. When Solomon was walking the earth, he had so many different nations of people to pick from, okay? Hey, let's just be honest. He spread his seed through those nations, okay? And Esau came behind him as the conqueror. After that, he did the same thing, just to back up the Elder, man.
Yeah. The Most High Yahweh through his son Yahweh Shai likes variety. It's no fun having the same thing.
All you gotta do is look at the earth. Just look at the earth.
Look at the earth, man.
Look at the animal.
Yeah.
Everything has variety, man.
It's different.
Food, period.
Yeah. Clothes,
Period.
trees,
Even
animals.
amongst us, shit. Some of us skinny,
Yes.
some of us thick, some of us tall, some of us medium, some of us short. I mean,
Some of us quiet, some of us loud, some of us
you
quiet.
can beat up the same tribe and look totally different.
right,
See
man.
what I'm saying? So there is no quote unquote look, man.
Yeah.
In this day and age, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why the scripture says you should what it say? You should know the spirit by the spirit, man.
Yeah.
And it also says that the children of Israel's spirit bear record.
Yeah, that's,
Who
the,
we are.
that's the mystery of the Gentiles, that we look like all other nations.
Look like
That's that mystery.
There you go, brother.
That mystery.
And the reason the Lord did that is to cause us to be spiritual, because at one point, when you go into the book of like Acts, when they were having this whole debate about the circumcision and the uncircumcision, they was if you didn't look like you didn't if you probably this brother probably wouldn't even be included. We'll be having them in question. Hey, I don't think you're a real Jew. Hey, you don't. You think you're a real Jew? Yeah. He look like one of them mixed, but I don't know about him.
No, they call them them.
So the Lord went and broke all that madness up, man. Right. He went and broke it up because we have been scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, man. By this time, we had already been Hellenized.
Right.
Okay. And them niggas knew it. You know, a lot of the ones of the circumcision was being niggas, man.
Right.
That's just part of what it is.
Bring it out, Elder.
Unruly and vain talkers.
Bring it out,
Especially
Elder.
They wouldn't even being righteous. They were more wicked than the uncircumcised. You had more of the uncircumcised coming in that were showing more faith than those of the circumcision did. Okay? That's where that envy was coming from.
Yeah.
You know?
I can say something else. Hey, and to back the Elder up, when you go into the scriptures that says I will raise up the tents of Judah first, because the Lord knew what was going on in the times we're living in. And I'm going to go deeper than that. Let's deal with King David, a man after the Lord's own heart. King David, in the incarnation as King David, he wouldn't favor me. He wouldn't favor him. He wouldn't favor him. He would favor his brother. And this is not the original physical, what would I call that word? This is not this when Adam was made. This wasn't there, bro.
Yahweh Shai got the original look.
Yeah, Yahweh Shai has the original look.
There you go.
But King David was put here to let you know it's not about the look at all. Fuck a look. Yahweh Shai
Saul probably had that original look.
would say,
Saul about had that original look.
Saul was like you want to
he
deal with
most
look.
definitely-
He was like Rick Ross. Rick Ross looked like the Israelite of all Israelites to me, and he's wicked as hell. You understand?
I didn't think hell no.
I'm talking about. Hey, I'm
Man,
talking about that. kid.
y'all got the more ancient look than his ass.
Hey,
Y'all, don't use
no,
them.
but nobody know
Don't
us.
do
Huh?
that.
Nobody know us. I gotta use somebody people know.
We know y'all.
Yeah.
Fuck. We
Yeah.
know these brothers.
No, I'm not.
Y'all got the ancient look. Not his
That's right.
ass.
That's right.
You're a Corvette.
That's
Y'all
right,
got
Elder.
the ancient look.
But hey, but like backing that up though, even like even if like Apostle Paul was to come, which he's here today, will come back like in his ancient form right now, he'll look at us like, man, what the fuck is this shit right here, man? You know what I'm saying? Because they were ancient men They were swollen big with large beards, okay? And they had the ancient
With a non-GMO diet.
With a non-GMO look, man. What is this shit right here, man? Hey, who are you, man? I insult you, man. Make you feel bad. Make you even want to come out here and do this no more, man. That's about how you look, man. That's why the elders always push out, man, we ought to have an ancient mindset, man. All right, spiritually, going into all corners, man, hitting them from all cylinders, man. All right, don't think from an American Babylonian westernized mindset, man.
Yeah,
Get your mind back to the ancient mindset.
But I do want to throw in there though. We still gonna have variety though.
Oh,
Just,
for sure, elder.
Like, do y'all really want every
elder.
tribe looking like?
No,
Come on, man.
man.
Be real.
No, what?
Hey, boy, you want every tribe looking like you? Yeah, exactly.
Hey, that's why a man,
I don't want every tribe looking like me, man.
king,
Come on.
a king out of Judah, okay? A man from the tribe of Judah have a baby by an Ephraimite woman, which is so-called Puerto Rican, and they'll have beautiful fucking kids, and that's happening right now today.
Yeah, but I know.
No, what I'm saying, I'm just making a variation of how we can mix each other, have variety and everything like that. All right, go ahead.
But that was happening before Esau. That's what they was getting into. Jeremiah 12:9. My heritage is unto me as a speckled bird. The birds round about are against her. Come ye, assemble all beasts of the field, come to devour. That speckled bird goes back into the different looks of Yasharallah, man. All right, that speckled bird goes back into Judah has this color. Matter of fact, when you get with Judah, you got buku colors.
Not only just the colors, but all of that, the wickedness and all of that shit, the dispersion. I mean, the reason why we got that variety of other nations is because captivity after captivity. Put it like this here. Let's say this brother right here. You know,
you got that captivity after captivity. Yeah.
Just using your phenotype or whatever.
Yeah.
Let's say this brother got a woman that got the same phenotype, and they have children. Their children got the same phenotype. Their children get shipped off into slavery. It's gonna still be his seed, but eventually they're gonna start, you know what I'm saying, mingling with whatever nation that they're getting shipped off to, right? And those descendants are gonna come out looking like everybody else. But if you go back to that paternal lineage, it's gonna all go back to him.
Yeah.
So that's what we're saying. None of that matters. That the look doesn't make you an Israelite.
It does not.
It goes back to your paternal lineage according to the Bible, man.
Yeah.
If we're speaking physicality, if we're speaking in the physical,
right.
whatever like that, man. So at the end of the day, if you go through captivity, that same example that I used just one time, it's happened to us as a nation numerous times. So I mean, we're supposed to be diverse. Matter of fact, we're supposed to be the most diverse nation on the earth because we've been enslaved. We've been scattered the most than any other nation.
Everybody
right?
had a chance.
There you go. Right. It's common sense at the end of the day.
Go ahead, back you up. It's Hosea chapter 7, and I'm going to start it off at verse 6. It says, "But they have made their heart like an oven, while they lie in wait. Their baker sleepeth all the night. In the morning it burneth as a flame of fire." They are. Verse 7, it says, they are all hot as an oven, and have devoured their judges. All their kings are fallen. There is none among them that calleth unto me. It's the point right here. Verse 8, Ephraim hath mixed himself among the people. Ephraim is a cake not turned. All right? Why you have these brothers who come out here on the highways, they have that.
That used to be a time with God.
God.
Like that,
God.
And to go into the particular skin color and stuff like that, man. But at the end of the day, bro, hey, look, you got Ephraimites that's darker than us. You got Judites that's lighter than us, man. So like I said, at the end of the day, it's not about a look. It's a spirit, man. It's a spirit that bear record. Okay? You got motherfuckers, like I said, look at Leonardo DiCaprio. You gonna argue with him? Or somebody that look like that. They can trace their lineage back to the Israelites, whatever. But what's another one we use all the time? Frank Sinatra.
Yeah, Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, something like that, you know? A lot of those so-called Italians and shit like that. I mean, what you gonna tell them? See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They can have more of that royal blood in them than the blackest Negro around. You know what I'm saying? And to go back to you know, you had Judah, but Judah had sons who had sons who had sons who had other sons.
You gotta go into this.
So
Like,
this, I'm just saying,
no, you
an Italian, somebody look like a straight up Italian or Irish man, his father's lineage could go closer to David than yours. You know what I'm saying? And you old Wesley Snipes looking Negro. What you about to say?
go back to like when you're dealing with that guy Blake Griffin, his daddy is a Levite. He blacker than he darker, fuck black. He's browner than every brother on this camera. He went with an Edomite woman and he had Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin went with an Edomite woman, and Blake Griffin's child looks like a literal, actual Edomite. But when you go back and you look at the father, he's darker than everybody up here. But that child has the same genes as that dark skin, and he has the same spirit and the same chance of salvation as his dark skinned granddaddy. But physically, that phenotype, he looked just like the wicked, man. But you can't judge him as the wicked, or you're going to be judged. If you tell him he's a mamzer, if you tell him he can't be saved, that's your ass for not being spiritual.
Romans 11 and 18 says, boast not against the branches, but if thou boast, thou bearest not the root, but the root thee.
Yeah, who are the branches, man? We are those branches, man. Went over there in the comments call, man. Yahweh said what? I am the root, all right? And the offspring of David, all right? So don't come against us, man. You come against us, you're coming against Yahweh. You come against the branch, you're coming against the root. All right? Go ahead,
Thou wilt say the branches were broken off, that I might be granted it, grafted in.
Yeah, grafted in, man. These other nations that look like those people, but they're really Israelites. All right? Because you look at this nation of people, I'm not going to get into all of them. Okay, you identify him as this. It does not work like that way. Scripture says you test the spirit by the spirit. All right? It has to go out, and you're going to know it. When he begins to talk, how he carries himself, when he's out here dancing and everything like that, that's an Israelite right there. You're going to know that, man, by the spirit. Okay, the way they carry themselves.
I mean, why would a heathen be interested in this anyway?
Yeah, it ain't for you.
That's why the scripture says the spirit bear record.
That's right.
The spirit inside of you is telling you that, man, there's something about that is drawing to me, that's drawing my spirit to it, man. I'm supposed to have something to do with that. And that's beyond you. You can't explain it. But hey, that's the spirit within you telling you, hey, man, that's the source where you come from. That's your source right there. You want to get back to the source of things, look, young brother, start right here. That's what the spirit is speaking to. Right. So if you anything other than an Israelite, why would you be focused on that? If I'm in my kingdom, ruling, lording, and doing all of this and reaping all the benefits of my own kingdom, why would I need salvation? Why would I be looking for a Messiah if I'm already the ruling class? Think about that. What would I need to be saved from? I'm not being oppressed. If anything, I'm the oppressor. If anybody needs to be saved is the servants, slaves, right? Subjects, right? Yeah. That's crying for deliverance. Yeah. Okay? So that's who the Lord came, man. Matter of fact, the one who you ignorant called Jesus Christ, man. He was in servitude to you so-called white people, man. You were calling yourselves Romans at the time. And then you gave the Lord capital punishment, the same way you give us. You give his children capital punishment. You killed our Lord by capital punishment, man.
Right.
Okay. Hung his ass from a cross. You beat him, stripped him down naked. You gave him piss to drink. You mocked him, called him all type of names while he hung up there, man. And just bled to death in front of all of you naysayers, man. You did that to us through the 16, 17, and 1800s. Same way you killed our Lord, man. All right? And you people just sit around like, oh, get over it. It's the past. My question is, if I'm a so-called white man, Chinese, East Indian, or anything outside of this sign, why in the hell would I be interested in this message? So that's how you know who the Israelites are. Because the message it does what? It draws them to this, man. It speaks to them. Okay? If this message don't speak to you, hey, man, chances are it's not for you. And the main thing is you're not an Israelite.
Hey, you back the elder up. The elder just said some real profound things, man. Because, right, if it comes up to you, no matter what skin color you're wrapped up in, if it stands out to you, you're probably an Israelite. But let me just say this on the flip side of the coin. We are defenders of the gospel. When we hear some off-ass shit, it's hard for us to hold our tongue. Okay? You understand? So 2/3 of the nation are defenders of their own form of a gospel. So when they see this, and they come up and they're talking to us and asking questions, and they seem so adamant, that doesn't mean that they're an Israelite. They are defending everything that they were taught and everything that they stood on as well, because you have the scoffers. And like the elder said, you have people that come up genuine as fuck. You know they're not scoffers. Those 8 times out of 10 are Israelites, man. But the other ones that come up and they really interested in the sound, like we happened last week, those are people that's defending their own gospel that has nothing to do with this gospel. Y'all got it.
This gospel. People say it, and this gospel shall be preached to the whole world. Then the end shall come. Sin the end being manifested right now because this gospel, beginning with Abba Bibbin, okay, all the way down to the younger brother, has been pushed out, man. All right. Now Esau to win with his move now. All right. Take them all out.
Full fledged.
All right, full fledged.
He done stuck his whole leg out this
Oh, man.
He ain't even he ain't coming to thought no more. He done got the whole leg off.
Right. Yeah.
He got his third leg out, y'all. Fuck all that. Hey, ain't that the juice?
Yeah.
His thigh been out.
Yeah.
Albert Bivens pulled his thigh out. He done whipped out his Johnson and Johnson.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Yeah. You know what it is. You know what it is. The real DNA. All right. All right. Oh, print that off. That's what you had. Okay, that's it. All right. So with that, we hope this video was very edifying. All right. We out on the highways and byways weekly, giving diligence to make our call to election sure. Going to turn and face the east. According to Daniel 6:10 and Ezekiel 8:16. Give all infinite honor and glory and praise to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh, Hashem, God. Double honor to the elders and apostles, great millstone, rule and teach well. Peace and blessings, sanitation to the elect men who push this through. Abide Babal, Kwam Yashala, Shalom, Makiyam. Yeah, so you get it over there.